What's up everyone, it's Wild Pro and I'm back with another deck profile. Well, in this time I'll be showing GMX. And as a reminder, this is for a Dueltainer format, which is a custom format, and if you want to know more about it, I'll leave a link to the website down in the description. Anyways, getting started with the monsters. Yeah, first up, Miscellaneous Saurus, which is a really good card since it can be a one card starter. Since while on grave, you can banish it to and other dinos to special summon a dino with the equal level of the amount of dinosaurs you banish. And also, you can, as a quick effect during main phase, you can send it to grave to make your dinos unaffected by opponent's activate effects for the turn. Then you have the Oviraptor, which once normal special summon, you get a dino from your deck and you choose to either send it to grave or add it to hand. And also, you can target a level 4 lower dino on field, except itself, to destroy it to special summon another dino from grave. And then we have GMX Researcher Landig, which when normal summon, it special summons a not warrior GMX that's level 3 or lower from your deck, or when it's special summon, you get to add a GMX spell trap from your deck. And then we have GMX Associate Noma, which when it's normal summon, it takes a card from either graveyard and places it on the top of my deck, and also it can fuse and summon during your opponent's turn. And you have GMX Partner Salandea, which you can reveal to special summon either GMX or dino from the hand, and which you can also just special summon it itself, which would trigger its ability a lot. You use to special summon a level 4 lower GMX or dino from your hand, grave, or banishment in defense. You have GMX Suppression Squad, which doesn't really do much, it's just a GMX so you can get your GMX fusions. Then you have GMX Shaman Cambridge, which is another card since you reveal it to add a GMX play experiment number 55, and then you shuffle into the deck. Then you return Dino Danon, which when it's special summon by monster effect, you add a GMX monster from your deck, and also while on field you can fear summon. Then you have Baby Saurus, which one is destroyed card effect and sent to grave. You special summon a level 4 lower dino from deck. Then with the Petite Aerodon, which is the same thing as Baby Saurus, except it summons level 4 higher. Then you have Archosaur, which one is normal special summon. You destroy dino on hand or your field to search for one of the evolution pills. Then you have Xenometeorus, which special summons itself when a card is destroyed. Then you have Drac Megalo, which is a tuner, and you can special summon if you control a dinosaur. Then you have Caixotera, which you can use its effect to search for Poly, and once banished you can special summon it. Then you have Doodle Beast Tyranno and Doodle Beast Stego. They're in the deck because why not? They're Doodle Beast and they're dinos, so they're fun to have. They have Dogoran, which is a dino, and it can be used to get rid of any like annoying monsters your opponent has. And they have Overtext Coatus, which it's a spell trap negate. They have Carboneton, which you're going to use mostly for the gray effect to special summon dragon type normal monster or in defense from your hand or deck. Then you have Labrador Dragon, which is a dragon beast summoning off of Carboneton most of the time and is a tuner. And then we have Frossosaurus as final monster. So that we are done with the monsters, and then now moving on to the spells. First up, got Fossil Dig, which is the searcher, as it can search for any level 6 sword dino from your deck. Then you have Ground Xeno, which searches for a Dino Tuner or a Dragon or a Dinosaur Normal monster from your deck. Then you have Lost World, which decreases the attack of all monsters by 500, except for dinos. And whenever you have a whenever you summon a dino, it special summons a token to your opponent's field. And whenever one normal monster will be destroyed, such as the token, you can destroy a dinosaur from your deck instead. And then also, as long as opponent controls a normal monster, such as the token again, they can't target your monsters with card effects. Now GMX Apply Experiment number 5, which is a really risky card since you have to wait until you hit GMX and a dino. But until then, you lose 400 life points for each activated card. But when you do manage to get Dino and GMX, you can use summon using any of the monsters you excavated. Then you have GMX 55th Experiment Report, which is just a quick play spell that lets you fear summon. Then you have the Beta Evolution Pill, Ultra Ascendance, which by tripping 2 monsters, looting at least 1 dino, you get to special summon any level 5 or higher dino with more attack from the extra deck, ignoring summoning conditions. Then you have Double Evolution Pill, which is the same thing as Beta, except you banish a dino and a non-dino from either your hand and or grave, summon a level 7 or higher from your hand or deck, ignoring some conditions. You have Poly, MSC for some removal, Forbidden Droplet for negate and attack decrease, Upstart for some draw, and then Infernal Punisher to search for either the Frost Source or summon out the Xeno Meteors. That's it for the spells. We on to the traps. Got Little Bug which whenever one of your dinos start for attack, you negate the attack, especially a Doodle Beast from your grave. And then also during the grave you can banish it to add a level 5 or higher dino from your deck. Now to Tribute, Metaverse to search out Lost World, Super Soaring, which spurs summons a dino from grave or banishment, Lost World for negate, Dark Bride for more negate, and Jar Rabbers for some recurrence. But that's it for the traps. Moving on to extra deck. Got GMX Bellox, which whenever your opponent normal spurs summons a monster, you gain 200 life points. And during your opponent's turn, you can quick effect destroy one of your opponent's cards. Alright, but you gotta excavate first, and you do lose 400 life points for each time you excavate. Then you have GMX Complex, GMX Halos, which special summons dinos from your grave, and it has the same effect where you gain 200 life points each time your opponent normal special summons the monster. Then you have the Evolved Danon, which whenever you excavate, you gain 1500 life points if it's on field, but if it's grave, it special summons itself. Then we have Chansinisaur's Gigantosaur. Really good card for some reoccurrence. And just for a giant beast stick, since it says 3,800 attack. Dino Wrestler Chimera T-Rexel, which is where you're mostly going to be summoning off of Beta Evolution Pill. Hornsaurus, which can either search or recover Lost World. Ruddy Rose, Cyber's Quantum Dragon, Black Rose, Ancient Fairy Light Dragon, Light Storm, which is good for spell trap removal, Carnovorous, Dino Wrestler Giga Spinal Savate, and Tricendius This Saurus Glaciosaurus, which is another good beast stick that can be destroyed by battle, and it does good protection and from being destroyed by card effects or being targeted if all dinos that have been special from the grave. And what's really good is that when your opponent does get rid of it, you can shuffle a normal monster from your grave and then special in the back with you, which then also ends up protecting itself. And that's it for extra deck. Moving on to tiers. For A, you have GMX Velox, Miscellaneousaurus, and Soul Eating Oviraptor. And for B's, you have GMX Comprex, GMX Research Salande, Baby Ceratosaurus, and Fossil Egg and Ground Xeno. Those are the tiers, and then, like always, do a quick test hand just to show you how the deck functions. And since this is Dueltainer format, is custom to do a half cut in top 5. For this deck, it is more better there to go first, since you can very easily combo into a pretty good board that may give your opponent some difficult time trying to get through. Alright, and then once you get done shuffling, get started. Of course, the half cut and then top 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then starting hand consists of Upstart Goblin, Animadorn Archosaur, Kyxotera, Noswin, and Carbonetta. Not that amazing, but see what we can do here. First off, you activate Upstart Goblin to draw. Oh, and then there's the Miscellaneousaurus. And then your opponent, of course, gets the 1000 life points. Doesn't really matter though, because you can essentially restart, start combo. Use Miscellaneousaurus, you send it to grave, and then use effect to banish itself only in order to special summon the Dueltainer, which then in turn searches for a GMX monster, which you want to be getting. Where are you? Chairman. And then use Chairman to reveal, to add, where is the apply experiment, and then you shuffle. And then here's where we test our luck using experiment. Excavate this Stego, so there's one, Tyranno, and then Norma. So then what we end up doing is you do this. You do this. You fuse using Noma and the Stego, and then and then you end up taking 16. So there's that. So you leave those in grave, and the rest get shuffled into deck. And so you fuse those to go to Alos, and using Alos, you summon back the Noma. You could use her effect, which why not? We'll put the Stego back bottom. And then you use the Danon's effect, fusing itself with Associate, I believe. Yeah, you fuse that with Associate in order to summon the evolved Danon. Actually, we already committed, so we'll leave it at that. It probably would have been better to send a different way, because now we do is you summon the Armoredorn Archosaur in the fence, and use on summon, you destroy the Carbonetta to search for the Beta Evolution. Actually, no, you don't search for the Beta Evolution. And just to get some annoying setup, you instead go for Double Evolution Pill. Use it. You banish Kyotera and Noma in order to summon from deck the Overtext Coatulus, and then with Kyotera, since it was banished, you can special summon it, defense, and then you also end up getting to add pop. Oh, you don't get to add Holly because it's not great, but you do get to use this sort of effect while it is on field to still end up searching for a poly. Which I cannot find for some reason. Am I blind? No, I'm not. Okay, there you go. And then you would basically shuffle, and then you just end there. So you have Lost Wind, and you have Poly Hands for next turn plays. So you have Lost Wind for it to negate. You have Alos, which is going to give you life points. And you also have the Danon, which basically came in. I did mess up because the Danon on summon also ends up searching for GMX, so I forgot to do that. That's my fault. And then you have Coatulus, which can negate by destroying. Another card art, and then you have fodder for the Coatulus, so it is once per turn, so there's that. And yeah, that's how you set up. If I remembered the Danon, probably would have been better set up, but still not too bad for it. And I do hope you guys enjoyed the video, and with that, I will see you in the next one. See ya.